The court hands down its decision on the Rosebank power plant. We'll have that and local reaction next on the Staten Island News Center. It's coming online, but will be monitored. That's what the courts have to say about the power plant in Rosebank, which some say is just built in the wrong place. Good evening, I'm Matt Locker.
And I'm Tina Cervasio. The Rosebank power plant will operate as planned by the New York Power Authority. A Supreme Court justice rejected the request by the concerned homeowners of Rosebank to stop the power plant from going online. But the judge also ruled that the state must monitor air quality and consider compensation for noise abatement to nearby residents and businesses.
Judge Minardo has ruled that the Power Authority will have to continue to do testing of the air emissions and provide us with the hard data to see if the claims that they made in their court papers were true. In addition, he has recommended that the Power Authority do sound abatement measures for the people who live across the street in the residences and in the general neighborhood.
Michael McMahon, a Democratic candidate for the North Shore City Council, plans to appeal the decision for his clients. Daniel Nemeth, a Rosebank resident whose name is on the lawsuit, is discouraged with the announcement, but still sees some inconsistencies.
5 months ago, they said there wouldn't be an emissions problem, but a month ago, they sent out 14,000 letters asking for suggestions from the community how to offset the emissions.
Borough President Guy Molinari has been in complete support of the construction of the Rosebank plant from its inception. But now that the 44-megawatt plant is complete, residents say the State Power Authority deceived them of the plant's location, saying they were informed that the plant would be built 160 yards away from homes on the Edgewater site. Opponents believe that the judge may still revisit his decision.
The judge apparently isn't comfortable that the data that was used by the Power Authority is the correct data. That's why he's asking them to provide to the community actual data as the plant runs.
But the Power Authority is satisfied with the court ruling.
We're pleased that the judge agreed that we addressed all the appropriate environmental concerns and we followed all the appropriate protocol. It's a good day for Staten Islanders and all New Yorkers who use electricity.
We'll do our part when it comes to energy. We understand the California situation. So, we'll do our part, but not at this site. I mean, there's so many sites in Staten Island away from residential areas where this can be put in and zoned properly.
As this plant goes online, there are talks of adding 2 mini plants in Travis. This site, however, is not in a residential area. As far as Rosebank is concerned, McMahon sees it as a case of David versus Goliath.
Although Goliath may have won today, we think in the long run, David is going to win when we see this thing taken apart and moved, and we think that's going to happen within the next 3 years.
Future options of the Rosebank facility could change greatly if the state sells the land to a private operator. Then that plant would have to abide by local zoning laws which prohibit a generator near a residential area. While the Power Authority sees their victory complete, Jerome O'Donovan says this case is not done yet.
It's been several weeks since Academy bus lines pulled off the island, leaving commuters to find other ways to get to and from Manhattan, whether on alternate lines or on longer routes through Brooklyn. As the commuter bus crisis has escalated to a point of political barnstorming, Democratic candidate for City Council John Del Giorno has come forward with some solutions to the problem, as it affects the commuters, not the politicians.
Maybe we need to look at not send everything through the St. George Ferry Terminal or through the Verrazano Bridge through Brooklyn into Manhattan. It's just actually having some people who are going to advocate, and that's something that I'm proposing, is that we advocate some change, some other look, some other alternatives, and make it happen.
And what sort of ideas does the candidate have in mind? One proposal suggests using smaller shuttle buses that would take passengers over the Bayonne Bridge.
Staten Islanders can take that route to the PATH train into the city, which would be another alternative instead of going through the expressway, going through Brooklyn or going through New Jersey on the turnpike, to actually get on a light rail and take a PATH train as an alternative into the city.
Del Giorno hopes to sit down and discuss some of his ideas with Borough President Guy Molinari in the near future. Incidentally, Del Giorno says that the MTA does have authority right now to travel through New Jersey if traffic becomes too fierce over traditional interborough routes. And so there should be no reason the MTA can't run service from the North Shore to Manhattan via New Jersey. Del Giorno faces off with Debbie Rose and Mike McMahon in the upcoming September 11th Democratic primary.
One of Del Giorno's proposals is having smaller shuttle buses bringing commuters over the Bayonne Bridge. Once in Bayonne, passengers would transfer to the Bergen Light Rail. The train would then take them into the city. Would a shuttle bus service from the North Shore to the Bergen Light Rail service in Bayonne be something you would like to see happen? We'd like to hear what you have to say about that idea. Send us your comments to sinewscenter@sicable.com. Matt?
Thank you, Tina. Fresh Kills may be closed, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the garbage woes. After all, New York City garbage has to go somewhere. And for now, that somewhere is other states. But what happens if other states close their borders to our garbage? Now, that hasn't happened yet, but a lawsuit has been filed in Union County, New Jersey to block construction of a trash transfer station. Jerseyans United to Stop New York City Trash isn't the only group fighting to keep New York garbage in New York. Groups in Pennsylvania and Virginia are popping up as well. If we end up needing to ship the trash even further away, it'll cost taxpayers a good chunk of change to get the trash hauled. Could we end up incinerating our own garbage? Well, that's one scenario. Could the Fresh Kills landfill be reopened? Congressman Vito Fossella says chances of that are very, very slim.
Well, Matt, one way of keeping the garbage load down is by recycling, and it seems that the North Shore is lagging a bit in that department. Overall, Staten Island ranks higher than the other boroughs when it comes to recycling, and now the push is on to get the North Shore on the recycling bandwagon. One of the biggest problems is simple confusion. Many people just don't know what should be sorted with what. Here's the deal. If your trash, it should be split into 3 categories. Paper and cardboard, glass and metal, they each go together, and everything else is everything else. The Sanitation Action Center can set you up with some nice posters and helpful information, and they can be reached at 212-219-8090. And when we come back, a new set of wheels hit the road to help island seniors.
And we'll tell you why your pockets may need to carry more coins because of cell phones. Even if you don't own one, we'll tell you about it.
Is your car trying to tell you something? Find out what's really wrong and get it fixed right the first time. Bring your car to CC&R2 Auto Repair. We use the latest state-of-the-art sun diagnostic equipment. CC&R2 is always there for you with 24-hour roadside assistance. Come into CC&R2 and get a 29-point oil change for only $19.95 or a free tire rotation with a 4-wheel laser alignment for only $79.95. Alignment includes caster camber and tow adjustments. Get your car fixed right the first time. CC&R2 Auto Repair, 1590 Forest Avenue, 448-8404.
Performance, quality, luxury. Did you know you can lease or buy a pre-owned luxury car with no money down? Courtesy of Euro American Auto, a family-owned and operated business dedicated to service and quality. All of our pristine vehicles are 100% warranted. Choose from names like Porsche, Mercedes, BMW, Jaguar, Volvo. Euro American Auto on Highland Boulevard. Drive home in style today.
Rosebank Sports is the only name to remember in sport shooting and fishing equipment. We are an authorized Smith & Wesson law enforcement dealer. We have the best selection and lowest prices on new and used firearms, a full line of scopes and accessories, fishing poles, live bait. We're the oldest firearms dealer on Staten Island. Rosebank Sports buys used firearms and accessories. Get your hunting and fishing license here. Rosebank Sports. The only thing you don't have to hunt or fish for is better prices.
Many of the island seniors who rely on the Meals on Wheels program can feel a bit more assured that their food will arrive on time. The organization that delivers about 1,000 daily meals just acquired a new set of wheels. From humble beginnings 3 decades ago, Meals on Wheels began with the preparation and delivery of 25 meals for island residents. Today, the need has grown.
And now we deliver 1,000 meals to 500 people each day using 300 volunteers.
Such a demand puts wear and tear on a fundamental part of the Meals on Wheels service, the wheels.
Every 5 years or so we need to replace a truck, and this is terrific because it just was time to put one of them out to pasture. So
When it came time to put one of the older sets of wheels out to pasture, Councilman James Otto secured over $43,000 and turned over the keys to a brand new state-of-the-art truck to the Meals on Wheels program.
We secured the money, and thankfully today we finally have the truck, and now the truck will be out delivering hot and cold meals to the seniors who need them.
The Meals on Wheels program is available to seniors over the age of 60 who can no longer shop or cook for themselves. Now, to schedule an appointment for a qualification interview, you can give them a call. Their telephone number is 727-4435. Under a current price cap, the words, "Please deposit 35 cents" are not supposed to be heard until at least August 2002 on public city telephones. However, Verizon is asking state regulators to end the current rule, holding calls at 25 cents. In some other states around the nation, payphone prices are rising to 50 cents a call. The price increase is attributed to less demand for public telephones.
Now let's hear from you. Island Soapbox is in full summer swing, and while residents are concerned about payphone charges rising, your friends and neighbors expressed their opinions about the Rosebank plant going online, police presence, and what bugs them most about drivers. Plus, a group of vocal kids let you know exactly what ice cream flavor they prefer.
$0.35. Wow. No, I don't think that's good at all. No, they should have kept it at a dime.
I don't think they should. I think they should leave it.
I feel that's a little too much because half the time you lose your quarter anyway. I tell you the truth, I use a cell phone more.
I don't think they should charge that much for it because it's already too much right now, I think so. I don't think it's right because it's people have to spend more money on doing other stuff.
They're really clipping us left and right. No matter what we do, everything comes out of our pockets. And I think that's a little bit too much. We used to pay 10 cents for a phone call. I remember when it was a nickel. But now going up to 35 cents is a little ridiculous.
Well, I guess they need the money if they're going to raise it. But I don't really like it, but I won't be using the phone that much if it comes up to that.
It's not good because why would people bring it up to 35 cents if they could they should make it lower to 15 cents.
I don't drive, and that's the reason. Staten Island has become so much traffic. As a teenager, I drove, I loved it, and now I have kids, and I'm afraid to drive.
I have a very small vehicle. I drive a compact, and everyone, it seems like, with an SUV has an attitude that they're like king of the road. And I'm just saying, you guys, you're not.
When they cut you off and stuff, I don't like that. But I just let them go, you know?
When the light just turns green and they're automatically beeping at you, not giving you a chance to actually put your foot on the pedal and drive.
When they see women in a car, these young fellas, I'm not saying it's road rage, but they get so close to you, behind you, that we pull over to the side and make them pass us. Just not to look in the mirror and see them trying to bang into us. They should have a little more patience on the road.
We live in Elm Park, and if it was in my area, I certainly know Rosebank, and I wouldn't be particularly fond of having a power plant right. You know, I have 3 children, and 3 small children at that, under 12, and I just wouldn't be real glad about something like that going on, and I have sympathy with the people in Rosebank.
It's there. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything once it's on and going.
Same thing. I don't like it. Yeah. If I lived over there, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I would definitely.
Well, we live in Fort Wadsworth, but not right next to the power plant. But I could understand the people's feelings that live around the power plant. Most of them don't like it, but I don't mind it, you know, because we need the extra energy, and I think they know what they're doing.
I would definitely say Port Richmond, Mariners Harbor.
We're up from Arthur Kill, and you know, it's pretty good over there. They have the checkpoints when you get off the highway. That's pretty neat. I like that.
New York City housing down in West Brighton. They've had a shooting recently. The drug problem. That's a very serious thing. And we have young children that are growing up, and we don't want them growing up in an area where all this is present. So I think the police will do a very good job.
Well, maybe down in Stapleton, where the projects are down there.
My favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla. Chocolate.
Chocolate with chocolate sprinkles. Strawberry.
Oh, the strawberry. Vanilla. Strawberry. Strawberry. Strawberry.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Strawberry.
Strawberry swirls.
And mine is chocolate chip mint. Island Soapbox is a regular feature where we turn our camera on you to let you express your thoughts on today's news. And coming up, Wayne Miller takes us along for this week's Island Insight.
Wayne remembers when phone calls were a nickel?
Oh, he might.
Sorry, Wayne. But first, Nick tells us where the Staten Island Yankees stand, and it seems to be a sweet spot. We'll be right back.
Last year, there were over 100 million court filings. That's 3 times the amount of hospitalizations. How much would you pay for the peace of mind of having quality legal representation whenever you need it? With a prepaid legal plan, you have access to top quality law firms starting at only $13.95 per month. That's less than the price of a cup of coffee a day. With attorneys in every field of law, we offer legal services in all areas, including traffic violations, trial defenses, and IRS audits. For more information about our programs and free seminars, please call 1-800-787-1079.
Are you looking for the car of your dreams? Well, look no further than R&W Auto Sales. R&W stocks a huge selection of certified used cars in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Our promise to you is if we don't have the car you're looking for, we'll find it for you at an affordable price. Financing and extended warranties are available on all models. Ask about our zero-down financing. At R&W Auto Sales, you have the comfort of car shopping without the hassle of pushy salespeople. See the difference for yourself. R&W Auto Sales, 2089 Forest Avenue, 815-1235.
Looking for a bottle of wine for dinner, a keg of beer for a barbecue, or champagne for that special celebration? Bridgeview Discount Liquors has what you're looking for. We feature a large selection of today's best beer, wine, and spirits from around the world at unbeatable prices. With its friendly and knowledgeable staff, huge parking lot, lower sales tax, and convenient location, it's no wonder Bridgeview is a favorite for Staten Island shoppers. Bridgeview Discount Liquors, the place to go. 1 mile from Bayonne Bridge, 6% sales tax, and remember, no deposit, no return.
Nick Legakis joins us now with sports. Looking good for the Yankees.
Yankees on a hot streak right now, and I know Tina's going to try to make me eat crow in a few minutes.
Bursting.
But we'll get to that in just a few minutes, all right, Tina? Could the season be any sweeter right now for the Yankees? The Staten Island Yankees are in first place in the McNamara division, and their soon-to-be arch rival, the Brooklyn Cyclones, are right there with them. The Baby Bombers captured its 7th win out of the last 8, following a 12-7 win over New Jersey, sweeping the 2-game set. Juan Camacho smacked 2 home runs and drove in 5 runs in leading the Yanks to a 12-7 record. The Cyclones remain neck and neck with Staten Island at 13-8. The Yanks will meet Mahoning Valley for 3 while the Cyclones take on Jamestown, and then the two will play each other for the first time ever this weekend. We will have a preview on Friday's show. The 2001 class for the Staten Island Hall of Fame was announced this past weekend. The list includes Dan Blaine, owner of the Staten Island's NFL team, the Stapleton Stapes; Warren Fenley, a former Boston Celtic who attended Port Richmond High School in the 1940s; former Major Leaguer Matty McIntyre, who played with Ty Cobb and the Detroit Tigers; Bert Levinson, the great baseball and basketball coach of Curtis High School; tennis great Claude Schoenlake; football greats Vernon Turner, who is the only player to return a kickoff for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers; and Tom Roach, who played at Monsignor Farrell and Ohio State; and Monsignor Farrell's 1973 2-mile relay team, which set records across the entire tri-state area. The inductees will enter the hall in November of this year. If you didn't catch the airing of the Outback Empire Challenge this past weekend, and you're wondering what all the talk was about concerning Stephen Gregory's kickoff return, here's a look just in case you missed it.
Absolutely. Yes, right. Stephen Gregory coming out. Has room down the sideline. He could go. He's going all the way right here. Oh, whoa! Pancake block. Oh, what a great block. Kickers, get out of the way.
That hit was by Marcus Wilson of Poly Prep. He will be attending Notre Dame, while Gregory, the all-star out of Curtis, will be going to Syracuse in the fall. If you haven't noticed yet, Time Warner Cable has introduced Cable Classic Wednesday here on SI 17. Every Wednesday, we will replay a memorable game from yesteryear. This week, it's Thanksgiving Eve Classic. It's a Thanksgiving Eve Classic between bitter rivals Curtis and St. Peter's. Tune in this Wednesday at 7:30 to relive the basketball classic from 1992. On Friday, we asked our viewers their thoughts on what has happened to the high school sports scene over the past year. Vinny1219 at AOL.com would love to see a baseball tournament at the end of the year since the Staten Island League doesn't exist anymore. He concludes that the season can end with an awards dinner and all the excuses will be out the window because the playoffs will be over. I happen to agree with Vinny on this one. If the games don't count during the regular season, don't play them and save those dates for the postseason tournament. The coaches can definitely cram it into the allotted time they are allowed to play. Basketball has its tournament, why can't baseball? As for football, nothing will ever happen unless the coaches get involved. There has been talk by the PSAL coaches in the past, but many of the Catholic schools have declined. And now with the PSAL adding games, the PSAL and CHSAA may never play each other again. The ideal way of doing this is to create a Labor Day weekend showdown. Take the 4 CHSAA teams and the 6 PSAL teams and rotate the games according to preseason rankings. The 2 remaining public school teams will play each other, and all the games can be played at either Tottenville or Farrell over a 2-day period. If that doesn't do it for you, then bring back the Metro Bowl at the season's end. As for soccer, it's hard to create an all-island league for the girls because they play at different times of the year. The PSAL should move its league to the fall so that they could compete with the CHSAA, but that is near impossible because fields are constantly being used. It would be great to see Tottenville and St. Joseph by the Sea meet in an island championship, don't you think? Send us an email at si17sports@sicable.com with any feedback that you might have on these issues. And if you took Tina's advice and watched Saturday night's arena football game between the Dragons and Carolina, you caught a record-setting performance by the New York club. Quarterback Aaron Garcia tossed 11 touchdowns en route to a 99-68 win over the Cobras. The 99 points was also the most ever for a football game. And that is a look at what's going on. Tina, you were right, but I still don't care.
I was there. I was at the Nassau Coliseum.
Congratulations.
Saw all 99 points.
It sounds like my bowling average.
Yeah, I know. That's like a basketball score. And the coach was classy enough not to go for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, wow.
He went for the extra, the extra point. And the kicker
99
even
points.
Surpassed a record of 13 points by a kicker.
We still don't care.
Witnessed it all. Arena football, baby. Go Dragons.
All righty then. Moving on. The roar of 100 motorcycles echoed through the air this weekend. Bikers rallied through roadways, waking up islanders in an effort to remind folks of the 84 locals who were killed or are MIA from the Vietnam War. The leather-clad bikers made the trek to raise money in hopes of erecting monuments in the communities that lost family during the war. We'll be right back.
When looking for new appliances, electronics, and bedding, shop around, then shop no more. Lucci has the deals and the selection to be your one-stop store. All the top names you love, the most unique selection to match any decor in your home. For the latest appliances, electronics, and quality bedding, it's Lucci Discount Appliances, your #1 authorized Energy Star dealer on Staten Island.
Casale Tile invites you to view the newest tile patterns and room designs for all walks of life. A friendly professional staff will help you make the perfect decorating choices from a wide selection of fine imported ceramic tile. We're importers and distributors, so you'll always find the best values and a wealth of product knowledge. At Casale Tile, a design consultant is always available to help you put the right tile under your feet. Casale Tile, Richmond Avenue near Victory Boulevard.
한국 분께서 대환영합니다. Приходите к нам.
When selecting your real estate professional, choose Claire Bisignano-Chesnov, CRS-GRI, Certified Residential Specialist and Licensed Associate Broker. A Certified Residential Specialist is the real estate industry's most advanced degree, and it's your assurance that you're working with one of the top professionals in the business. Just 5% of all realtors in the U.S. can call themselves Certified Residential Specialists. It makes a difference when buying and selling a home. For a free market analysis of your home, call 718-518-4083. Call Claire today.
Not everyone throws on a swimsuit and heads to the beach in a summer heat wave. Wayne Miller found some hardworking young people at the Snug Harbor Cultural Center on tonight's Island Insight.
Each summer for the last 13 years, the Snug Harbor Cultural Center has been overrun by a group of very talented young actors, singers, and dancers as part of the Staten Island Children's Theater Association Summer Camp Program.
The program encourages a professional attitude amongst the students and allows them to build impressive resumes.
I'm 11.
So you started when you were 8 years old. And is this the only thing you do, or you've done some other shows, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done some other shows. I've done some at Blessed Sacrament with the parish players. I was Annie in the production of Annie, and I was Oliver in the Staten Island Children's Theater production.
The summer program features scene study, movement, dance, and vocal instruction.
It started as a summer program, and we have a fall and a spring program. Different children can join all year long. Some of them just join the summer because that's all they're able to do. But most of them start out at about 9 years old. They stay in the program until they graduate high school or college, and they continue all year long. And they do the public performances, usually at Tottenville High School. And thousands of school children come to see the productions that they are in. People usually look for performance. We don't like to stress that all the time. But this becomes like a summer stock camp almost. It's a very intense musical theater experience. They come in at the end of the 2 weeks or so. They put on a musical review, which is shows they may not learn about during the year. So they come in and they're busy, and they put it on at the music hall at Snug Harbor.
Some distinguished alumni have come out of this summer program as well.
I started performing when I was 10 in Staten Island. I started with the Staten Island Children's Theater probably when I was about 12 or 13, and started teaching when I was 15, 16 with Melissa, and have been since then. Oh, I've been in a lot of regional productions. I've done some off-Broadway stuff. Most recently, The Gory Details this past December, and I'll be making my Broadway debut, so.
I started when I was entering the 5th grade, and I'm still here every year. We've been helping out, still teaching and coming back, and all my old friends that started way back when with me are back to teach all the time too. At about 12 years old, I met my fiance, Al Lambert, in a production of Annie, one of the first the Children's Theater did together, and we're going to be married in December. Yes, lifetime friendships, and you never know, right?
And that was the NewsCenter's Wayne Miller reporting. Thanks, Wayne. Well, there's been talk about giving the mayor control of the city's schools. And now the idea to do away with the school board has backing from Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton. While the senator has nothing to do with the situation directly, she calls the city school board an unworkable situation and should be done away with.
Recapping tonight's top story, the court gives the go-ahead to fire up the Rosebank power plant, but must monitor and provide information on noise level and pollution. Residents of the neighborhood are outraged that the plant has been forced on them and promise an appeal. City Councilman Jerome X. O'Donovan says it's not done yet.
And that's the news. Thank you so much for joining us.
For Tina Cervasio, Nick Legakis, and all of us here at the Staten Island News Center, I'm Matt Locker. Thanks for joining us, and you make it a good one.